Hi,
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So this is where I introduce myself, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Jessica Chow, and Katie, we met. I feel like we lived together in Kairos, but I feel like we've met before that.
Yeah, it was either in Synergy or maybe EBF. I don't know. Some
I
co-op.
feel like in like some like co-op like thing, you know.
We're both very
Awesome.
free and fluid people.
AKA hippie, but like yeah.
Exactly. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some of your amazing design projects that you've been working on, I guess, for years now, right?
I think yeah, maybe like two or three at this point, one or two, something. Feels
So,
like forever.
I know. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Little People project?
Yeah, so it literally was kind of random, but I guess I'll start from the beginning. I actually, hmm. The first time I ever walked into the PRL, we were doing like some kind of like training thing, and then I saw like the acrylic on the rack, and they were telling us about the laser cutters. I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing. I had so many to note. Basically, from then on, that was about 3-4 years ago, and I was just like, the moment I saw it, I knew what I was going to do with it, and then finally like I got back into the PRL, and then I was like, what if I made like acrylic people? Is that pushing it too far? Is this
Oh my God.
like legal? And then I just like designed it the same day, and then I went and cut it. There's no one in the PRL, and then it just like happened, and everything kind of just kept going.
And I think it's worth noting too, so the Stanford culture, or at least it used to be this way, I don't know if it's still this way, it was very like do it yourself, like be creative, be fun, like found your own startup, like do your own art project. And the
Oh my
PRL
gosh.
is the product realization lab, which is basically our really fancy wood shop that we have, that has,
It's not just a wood shop, it's got everything. It's
right.
got a machine shop, got a foundry even, and then a prototyping lab, which is where I spent most of my time in.
Do you want to talk a bit about like design stuff?
Yeah, sure. So, well, since we were talking about the little people and like the earring stuff, I like thought about the PR and I thought about acrylic for like a bunch of years before actually doing it. It's just like, oh, I wish I started sooner, but you know. But it actually all started with this earring that I lost. It's one of my favorite earrings ever. But I left Hawaii that one of the local craftsmen gave us. He was just like, it was beautiful koa wood, beautiful little triangle earring. And I was like, this is my favorite pair of earrings. So on the first day of school, I think it was spring quarter or something, I'm like walking around happily. And then I get to the English department. I look in the mirror and my earring is fucking gone. I remember I like flipped my hair like on the way there. I was like feeling great first day. And then like I look in the mirror and it's gone. I'm like, oh my God, I think I flipped my earring out of my fucking ear. So then I'm devastated. I like email a bunch of people. I like send out a bunch of requests and it's like gone. I was like, this is my sign to like finally make something to kind of replace it. So
Right.
that's actually what started me going into the PRL and starting to like make everything. So I like started with like the triangle shape that I was trying to replace. Then I went into the little people. I was like, what if I put holes in them and like make them into earrings? And then yeah, so I just kept going from there. And I made these, and I ended up people liked them so much that I ended up selling them. And I was like, I can't believe people are paying me money to make something that I want to make. you
And they're
know?
beautiful. And I have a pair. We were
Thank
talking before
you.
this. I don't know where they are because all of my jewelry apparently vanished in my bedroom.
It's
But
2020.
they're these like really incredible little like acrylic people in neon colors. And for me, like it aligns so well with my art practice and the things that I think are fun and beautiful and exciting. And to see someone making like real products and actually like making something that is sellable and is valuable and is something that's, you know, just like something that's real and a physical manifestation of an idea, was something that was really inspiring to me, and I think has subconsciously made its way into like a lot of my paintings also. um,
I'm so glad to hear that.
all my neon naked ladies that I've been painting.
I love them. They're so fun. They're like everything all at once, which is my like whole thing.
Exactly, which is actually is a great segue into like you as a human. So if you want to talk a bit about all the projects you're working on now to produce your earrings and what that process and transition has been like.
Yeah, for sure. So that project was so fun. It was very a lot of hard work, but it was really rewarding to see people wear like you like just wearing like things that I made. So I was like, what if I like keep going with this? And people encouraged me. I mean, it's laser cutting, so it's not super hard to like manufacture. So I was like, what if I try that? And then we had a family friend who owns a factory. So I was like, oh my God, could I actually get this done? And then he agreed, and we've been in the process of doing this for like the past 2 months. And then honestly, like people telling me, they're like, I love your stuff, like please make more. It's actually been much more driving than you people know. Because I feel like people reaching out to me was like, maybe I should try this out. So then I've actually decided to like get a little bit more serious with it. I haven't been able to find a job because of COVID.
Right.
And like, I have no idea where I'm going to be the next month. So like everything has been super unstable. So I was like, fuck it, let me just try to like make some money, start my own business. So yeah, so I've been trying to manufacture them.
And I think that's also like really empowering. I know, and we don't need to talk about this now, but we've talked a bit about kind of our experiences as women being in Silicon Valley and how interesting that was. And I feel like you kind of taking this more like product design, industrial design route to like manufacture something on your own, kind of bypass company aspects and just like go straight to a manufacturer, be able, like you were talking a bit about prototyping in terms of you literally get to see all the different acrylics, all the different colors, all the different weights. You get to look at the paper that the earrings are going to be on. And obviously it's not a super easy route because there's, you know, back and forth. But do you feel kind of like more empowered and inspired by doing that process from start to finish?
I think so. I think honestly throughout 2020, I've been kind of sad because I just haven't had that much to do.
Yeah.
But this is, I feel like I'm exhausted, but it's given me a lot more energy, and I feel good about saying, this is the material I want, this is the paper I want, this is not what I want. Kind of these little decisions and communicating with people, and seeing like every sample that comes in just makes me more and more excited because I'm like, this is becoming real. So, and then seeing all my friends model them, I'm just like, it's really crazy that I can build something from scratch, because I feel like that to me has always been something that other people could do,
right,
and not something that I was capable of. So it's really exciting just even to prove this to myself that like, and to other people that you can just do it. Like anyone can literally start a business.
Right.
But I didn't know that before.
Yeah. And that,
like you should too. And like you have your like design agency thing. Like we like all should be doing this, and we like can if we want to.
Yeah. And I definitely felt that was like the energy in college was like, oh, you can do anything, but there are actually a million steps to get there, more than just hard work. It's like connections and whatever. And it's, I think being able to, first of all, be confident enough in yourself. And normally that does come from other people just saying, you should do this thing because I want this art from you, or I want this product from you. I think it's true. Like people don't realize how much, just like my dog is freaking out in the background. I don't think people realize like all it really takes is one person being like, this thing is cool and I support you. And then that's enough for you to be like, wow, I'm going to let myself have the permission to do this now.
Honestly. And I think as women, and like, especially in East Asian cultures, you're taught that kind of humility to say, like, this isn't good enough, I need to work harder. Like, this isn't like whatever. But honestly, fuck that shit. Like, we need to feel like this is good enough. Sometimes it really just is good.
Right.
And like, and even if it's bad, like you will still learn so much about the process.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I really do. Yeah. It's fucking wild.
It's honestly just amazing to hear you talk about this stuff honestly and openly, and just be confident in like your process and like what you want to create. Do you know what your like next, like what's the next thing after the earrings, or what's the next kind of earring, or like what is your like future goal for your business?
Oh, Lordy. I think I just want to, well, first I'm focusing on the product launch for the holidays, which I realized I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. First, I'm just focusing on this one product launch. I'm launching like 2 earrings, like the same design, different colors. And then after that, I have a bunch of designs that I haven't been able to prototype yet. I've just been on my computer. So I'd love to just like, I have a lot of things related to like food and like acrylic, or like kind of more personalized things. So I'm just hoping to hopefully get this shipped out and then see where this takes me, honestly. Hopefully find a job like entry level, but if it goes really well, maybe I can just keep going with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Let's see.
And it's a lifelong process too. Like you're not going to get bored of this. This is something that you're putting passion into forever. So I am looking forward to buying some earrings and modeling them. I am so excited by everything you do, and I just wanted to thank you for having this conversation with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.